Good morning, students. In the previous lecture, we have seen the electric field intensity due to infinite line charge, and we have solved few numericals. Today, one of the numerical is left out, so we will solve that also. And next, we'll move to the electric field intensity E due to infinite sheet of charge, right? And we'll see few numericals. Already, we have seen the electric field intensity due to point charge, right? Volume charge, line charge, then sheet charge. Four types of charge distributions were there: point charge, line charge, surface charge, and volume charge, right? So already we have covered three expressions. Then final is it is sheet charge. We'll see it today. Fine. Okay, this was one of the numerical left out from the previous thing. A uniform line charge rho L equal to 25 nanocoulomb per meter lies on x equal to minus 3 meter and y equal to 4 meter in free space. Find the electric field intensity at point 2315. Right. So first we'll draw the diagram. So that would be better always. X axis, y axis, and z axis. So x is minus 3. So negative x axis will come. Minus 3 somewhere it is. And y is plus 4. So y is plus 4 somewhere. So you can take it forward and you can make it. Can take it here somewhere. Right? Okay, I'll extend y axis. No problem. And I'll take it here. Sorry. Okay. And the line charge is located here, means it is parallel to z axis. It is not located on the z axis, but it is parallel to z axis. See here, x is minus 3 and y is plus 4. It will come here and it is parallel to z axis. We have seen this case, right? So line charge density rho L, and it is given 25 nanocoulomb per meter. So anywhere on this line, x and y are fixed. Only z is varying. X is minus 3 and y is plus 4, right? Then find the electric field intensity at a point 2, 3, 15. X is 2, y is 3, z is 15. Let me take it here somewhere, right? X is 2, roughly I am taking. X is 2, y is 3 and z is 15. Somewhere I will take it here. So this is P, let me call it as point P, P of 2, 3, 15. This is the field point and this is the source point. So join perpendicular distance, right? Let me call this as A of, what are the coordinates? X is fixed, that is minus 3 and y is plus 4 and z we will see, right? Z is 15 here, means it has to be 15 here also. Look at the field point, it is 15 here, so I am taking 15 so that it will be perpendicular, right? Okay, next we know the electric field intensity due to the line charge, infinite line charge. Let me call this as R A to P, then unit vector as AAP. And we know the formula, the electric field intensity E due to the infinite line charge is given by rho L by 2 pi epsilon naught rho into A rho. Just I will rewrite the formula as per my convenience. So rho L by 2 pi epsilon naught. Here the distance rho is nothing but your RAP into A rho is AAP, because it is in radial direction, right? For the cylindrical surface. So AAP. Okay, rho L we know, epsilon everything. RAP we have to calculate. Let us calculate RAP. So A to P, right? 2 minus of minus 3, 2 plus 3, 5AX. Then 3 minus 4 minus AY. Then 15 minus 15, Z component will vanish. It has to vanish because the infinite line charge is lying parallel to Z axis, means Z component of the field should vanish. It should not come into picture. So it is correct. So find out RAP. So under root of 5 square. So just I will calculate. Under root of 5 square is 25 plus 1 square is 1. So root 26 is 5.099. So calculate AAP. AAP is vector RAP divided by its magnitude RAP. So you will directly substitute and you will calculate here. So the E vector is equal to rho L. Rho L is how much? 25 nano divided by 2 into pi into epsilon naught 8.854 into 10 power minus 12. Yes, RAP. RAP is 5.099. 5.099 into AAP. AAP is vector RAP, that is 5AX minus AY divided by RAP is 5.099. So this 5.09 I will take and I will make it square. So I will cancel this and I will make this as square. So that, right? Then I will calculate this entire thing. Then I will multiply. So first I will calculate this entire thing. So 25 exponential minus 9 divided by 2 into pi into 8.854 exponential minus 12 into 5.099 square. So close the bracket. So 17.28 I am getting. So I will write it here. 17.284 into 5ax minus ay. So multiply 17.284 into 5. So I am getting it as 86.42 ax, then multiply with y, that is 17.284 ay. Right? Yes, luckily textbook answer is matching. It's correct here. Okay, we'll go to the, I hope you understood. Next we'll move to the next derivation, that is electric field intensity E. I hope there is no doubt, right? If any doubts, you can unmute yourself and you can speak to me so that I'll clarify immediately. So next we'll see the last derivation in this chapter, and after solving this, after deriving this, we'll solve few problems. This chapter will be over. We'll start with the next chapter, right, after this. So E due to infinite sheet of charge. Already we have seen the electric field intensity due to point charge, volume charge and line charge, infinite line charge. Next, the sheet charge is left out. So yes, we'll try to derive it. The question goes like this: derive the expression for electric field intensity due to infinite sheet of charge lying in YZ plane. See here that infinite sheet of charge can lie in XY plane or YZ plane or ZX plane, anywhere. But here I have taken it as YZ plane, right? I'll stick to this. And hint I have given. It is not mandatory, hint will not be given. But use the electric field intensity E due to infinite line charge. We know the formula for E due to infinite line charge. In order to derive this, we will make use of this. The hint just I have written, right? Hint will not be given, just the question will be given, right? So we'll try to draw the diagram. So x-axis, just I will extend this just for my convenience. So infinite sheet charge, it is in the here. Just observe the diagram how I am diagram x, y, z, and this is the sheet charge, right? And it is infinite. See, along z axis it is varying from minus infinity to plus infinity. Along y axis minus infinity to plus. It is infinite sheet charge and having the surface charge density rho s, right? And this is infinite sheet charge. Infinite sheet charge. Yes, this is the responsible. Let me assume that this is positively charged everywhere, right? Positively charged. I will draw just one or two charges here, but entire thing it is positively charged only, right? And we will take this is the source point which is generating the field. If it is sheet charge, the field is in front of you. It is coming towards us and going away from us, away from the screen. If you are sitting in front of the computer, right, the field lines are coming to me in front, and in backside it is going away from the computer, right, leaving the screen, right? It is going into the screen. The field lines in front and back, the field lines, there is no field lines in left, right, top, bottom. They are in front and back, that's all, right? The nature of the field. Then we will consider, let me extend this so that it will be easy for me. Let me extend this x-axis. So I'll consider one point, field point here, field point P. This is field point where I want to find out electric field intensity. So instead of considering this entire sheet, let me consider the strip, because I know the electric field intensity E due to infinite line charge. Let me take the strip having smaller width. This smaller width means I can look at this as infinite line charge. So the width of the strip I will write here. since it is placed here, it is varying along y axis like this, that's width, because y is varying from minus infinity to plus infinity, the width, so I will call it as dy, because the width dl, right, dl, but I will call it as dy. And surface charge density same as this, the strip also have same thing, surface charge density rho s. Then I will look at this as line charge, right? So line charge means rho l. So I want to express this line charge in terms of surface charge density and this dy strip. So rho l can be, the strip can be written as, the line charge density is rho s into dy. You can justify. What is the unit of line charge density? It is coulomb per meter. Then what is the unit of surface charge density? Coulomb per meter square into, what is the strip width? It is in meters once again. So meter will get cancelled. So coulomb per meter, both are one another. So I can write line charge density in terms of surface charge density. Rho l is equal to rho s into the width of the strip dy. Right? This is fine. Next, let me consider this small strip. Right? This strip. Then this is the source point now. This is the source point now. Next, I want to find out what is the electric field intensity at this point P at here on the x-axis due to this small strip. Let me call it as DE. So I will join it here. From here, I will take the on the y-axis. Then I will try to draw it. I will join it. Yes, luckily it had come straight. Yes, this is DE, differential electric field intensity DE. So it has two components. One is horizontal component and vertical component. Horizontal component and vertical component. Vertical component here, that is along x direction, DEX, and horizontal component along y direction, this one, right? DEY, DEY, right? DEY and DEX. So this is the resultant DE. I hope you are getting right. So what are the coordinates of point P here? On x-axis, it is at some distance x, y is 0, z is 0. And what are the coordinates here? Let me write the coordinates. Let me call it as A of. On y-axis, x is 0, y at some distance y from origin, this is the origin, at some distance y. So, comma, z is 0 here, right? So, this is the coordinates of the source point A of 0, y 0. And the field point coordinates are x 0, 0, right? Yes, we'll try to find out. Let me call this as distance r between source point to field point and unit vector as AR. Is it fine? Yes. Then the small differential electric field intensity, the differential, let me write it, the differential electric field intensity, electric field, I am cut shorting differential electric field intensity due to strip means this strip, right, smaller one, due to strip, this strip can be treated as infinite line charge due to strip at point P here at the field point is given by DE, right, DE, because small differential electric field intensity DE is equal to, we know it is infinite line charge, rho L by 2 pi epsilon naught rho, the distance between source point and field point is r, rho L by 2 pi epsilon naught, instead of rho I'll write r into AR. Is it fine? I hope you understood this. So let me call this as equation 1. Then rho L is equal to, I can write rho L as rho S into dy, that I will substitute. Then what is r and AR, we'll find out. The vector r, source point to field point, just subtract it, x minus 0, x into AX I will get, then 0 minus y into AY, then z 0 minus 0, z component will vanish, it's not there, because you can observe here, it is this line, infinite line charge is parallel to z axis, means z component should be absent, I should have only x and y, right? Okay, then what is magnitude of r? It is under root of x square plus y square. Then what is AR? AR is the vector r divided by its magnitude. Vector r is x into AX minus y into AY divided by under root of x square plus y square. So I will substitute r and AR here in equation 1. Equation 1 implies DE vector is equal to rho L. What is rho L? It is rho S into dy. I will substitute rho S into dy divided by 2 pi epsilon naught. What is r? R is root of x square plus y square. And what is AR? AR is this divided by this. So r is root. So root into root. So I will write directly x square plus y square. Right? And what I am left out with? X into ax minus y into ay. I hope you got this. How? This divided by root of x square plus y square into root of x square plus y square. This are right. It will be half plus half. It is 1. So call this as equation 2. Okay. This is the first strip I am taking at distance y. Another strip I can take. This is infinite sheet, right? So I will extend this just for my convenience. I can take another strip now at distance y in the negative y direction. Strip 2. So and this is at y at same distance y, right? I can take another strip, due to which what will happen? The field at point P, the y component of the field will be like this, dEy, due to the second strip dEy and dEx. So dEy, y component of the field dEy and dEy. See here, dEy due to first strip is in the left direction, dEy due to the second strip is in the right direction. So y component of the field will cancel out due to symmetry, because of the second strip, whatever I considered. So I will write one statement: due to symmetry, that is strip 2, y component of the field cancels, y component of field, y component, okay, please adjust with my spelling, it is wrong here, component, y component of field cancels. So y component of the field cancels means this will vanish. So in this equation I will eliminate this and I will write the remaining thing. Equation 2 implies dE is equal to, dE is equal to rho s into dy, divided by 2 pi epsilon naught x square plus y square into x into ax. And you can observe one more thing, it is along only x direction, right? So I can write this as x because it is only along x direction, right? Y component of the field cancels out. Fine, these all things are fine. Then next, this is due to this strip. This strips here, this is first strip, second strip. There are n number of finite number of strips, so that this entire sheet should be covered, right? So I want to cover this entire sheet, so I have to integrate throughout the entire surface. Means these strips are varying from minus infinity to plus infinity along y direction. This is first strip, second strip is there, right? Similarly, n number of strips are there here. I can cut this sheet into n number of strips and I will integrate any of the infinite line charges only, because along z axis they are infinite, and these strips are, I will take a number of strips which is varying from y equal to minus infinity to plus infinity, right? So I want to find out total electric field intensity at point P due to this sheet charge. We will find out the total electric field intensity at point P due to infinite sheet. We have to integrate due to infinite sheet charge is given by sorry, not d, I have to integrate means E vector is equal to, and I have to integrate from along y direction, right? So rho s, I will take the constant things outside, rho s is, I will take outside 2 pi epsilon naught, integrate throughout the entire surface, right? So 1 by x square plus y square, what I am left out with, x is left out, so x is constant because the strip is varying from minus infinity to plus infinity along y direction, so y is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity, because I have to consider all the n number of strips, right? So y equal to minus infinity to plus infinity. This x can be taken out because it is constant, right? So x is constant, so associate the direction, it is ax. Is it fine? Okay, next we have to integrate this. Sorry, this dy I have left out, so I'll write dy here. I have one standard integral formula. Integration of 1 by a square plus x square into dx is equal to 1 by a tan inverse of x by a, right? So here, which is with respect to y I am doing, here it is with respect to x. With respect to y means here this will be my y and this will be my x. X is constant. So as per this formula, what I will get, 1 by a. 1 by a means 1 by x into tan inverse of x by a. What is x here? x is nothing but y and a is nothing but x. We will get this, right? So I'll write it here. E vector is equal to rho s into x divided by 2 pi epsilon naught. So after integration, what I'll be getting? 1 by x tan inverse of y by x, and apply the limits of y. It is minus infinity to plus infinity. So this x and this x will get cancelled. Then rho s by 2 pi epsilon naught. So upper limit tan inverse of infinity, it is pi by 2, 90 degree. Tan inverse of plus infinity minus tan inverse of minus infinity means minus 90. Minus into minus, it will become plus. So it is pi by 2. I hope you got this. Tan inverse of plus infinity is 90 degree, pi by 2. Upper limit minus lower limit. Tan inverse of minus infinity, it is minus pi by 2. Minus into minus, it will become plus. So rho s by 2 pi epsilon naught. So 180 degree. Pi by 2 plus pi by 2 is pi. So pi will get cancelled. Pi will get cancelled. So the electric field intensity E, the final expression we will get is rho s divided by 2 epsilon naught. It is volt per meter. You can observe here, right? This is the final expression. This is the electric field intensity due to infinite sheet of charge. You can observe here in the denominator, I don't have any distance between source point to field point. It is independent of the distance. What is the meaning? If I have the sheet charge, whether I can place that field point either near to the sheet or away from the sheet. But the field experienced by the point, whether it is near to the sheet or far away from the sheet, is same, because here in this expression you are not getting. It is here for point charge, what you got? It is inversely proportional to square of the distance, r square. For line charge, it is inversely proportional to the distance. But here, for the field charge, it is independent of the distance, right? It is nothing. It is not dependent on the distance. It is independent, right? So whether the point is located near to the sheet or far away from the sheet, the field experienced by that particular point will be the same. The intensity is same, right? I hope you got this concept, right? And everywhere, the field experienced by the point, whether it is near to the sheet or away from the sheet, will be same. The magnitude will be same. I hope you understood this. If any doubts, you can unmute yourself and you can interact with me, or else I will continue the next. Okay, fine. Derivation is over. Next, we will try to solve this problem. So, a charge lies in y equal to minus 5 meter plane in the form of an infinite square sheet with a uniform charge density of rho s equal to 20 nanocoulomb per meter square. Determine E at all the points. Just I'll try to picturize this. No need to draw the diagram, but it is always better to draw the diagram so that 50% of the problem is solved, right? So y equal to minus 5 meter. So x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. So negative y-axis I require, so I'll extend this. Y equal to minus 5, somewhere I will locate here, right? This is where the sheet charge is located, at minus 5. Let me draw it. It should be parallel to x-axis and z-axis. So let me try to draw this. So parallel to x-axis and z-axis. So first parallel to z-axis I will take. Yes. Then next parallel to x-axis. Yes. Then parallel to z-axis, these two sides. Then parallel to x-axis. Right? This is infinite sheet having the surface charge density rho s, and it is equal to 20 nanocoulomb per meter square, where it is located at y equal to minus 5. This is the y equal to minus 5 meter plane. Then what he has asked, determine the electric field intensity at all the points. At all the points means in front of the sheet and back of the sheet. So I will consider the points, some points in front of the sheet and some points the back of the sheet, right? Here the sheet is located on y plane, so I will call it as left of the sheet and right of the sheet. So let me consider the point may be either near to this sheet or away from the sheet. It doesn't matter, because the electric field intensity due to the surface charge density, infinite sheet charge, is given by rho s by 2 epsilon naught. One more thing, in the derivation I have skipped here. See here, this ax we have left, right? So it should be written ax. What is this ax? Just observe this diagram here. See here, ax, it is normal to this sheet. Means, so instead of writing, I will write the general formula. E vector is equal to rho s by 2 epsilon naught into an. An is unit normal vector, which is normal to the sheet, perpendicular to the sheet or normal to the sheet. Okay, this is the final formula, right? Okay, into an, unit normal vector, normal to the sheet. Okay, I will consider one point here. It may be near or away. Let me consider a point here. Let it be, right? Let me call it as x comma y comma z somewhere, right? X comma y comma z. Or else if I want to be very specific, I can take some values where one comma some example points also I can take. I take 1 comma 2 comma 3 also I can take, right? Or else in general I can take x y z. Let me substitute later. First let me take general. I have taken it as x y z. Yes, what is the anyhow distance is not required. So the electric field intensity at this point P of x y z is given by rho s by 2 epsilon naught. What should be the unit normal vector? An, right? So right of the sheet, it is moving in the positive y direction, means it should be ay vector. If it is towards the left, or if this point P is towards the left of the sheet, it is minus ay. I hope you got this, right? So it is plus ay vector. So what is rho s? Rho s is 20 nanocoulomb, 20 into 10 power minus 9 divided by 2 into epsilon naught is 8.854 into 10 power minus 12 into ay. So we'll try to calculate this. So 20 exponential minus 9 divided by 2 into 8.854 exponential minus 12. So we are getting it as E vector is equal to 1129.43 ay vector. For all the points, this electric field intensity that is 1129.43 ay volt per meter is for all the points, for all the points on the right side of the sheet, on the right side of the sheet, right side of the sheet. Next, if the points are on the left side of the sheet, the field intensity is same, but the direction is reverse. Instead of plus ay, it will become minus ay. So I will write the same formula 1129.43 ay. So I have taken minus sign. Please take care of this sign, right? This field intensity volt per meter is for all the points, for all the points on the left side of the sheet. I hope you understood this problem, right? Okay. We'll move to the next problem. Three infinite uniform sheets of charge are located in free space as follows. 3 nanocoulomb per meter square at z equal to minus 4, 6 nanocoulomb per meter square at z equal to 1, and minus 8 nanocoulomb per meter square at z equal to 4. Find E at point. There are 4 points are given. Part A, part B, part C, part D. Let me solve one by one. So first, before this, yes, diagram is very important. Once if you draw the correct diagram, 50% of the problem is solved. So we'll draw it. So you can observe at z equal to minus 4, z equal to 1 and z equal to 4. So z equal to 1 will somewhere it will come here, z equal to 1, z equal to 4 somewhere it will come here, x axis, y axis and z axis, z equal to 1, z equal to 4 and z equal to minus 4. Extend this negative z axis, z equal to minus 4. Yes, here minus 4. Okay, we'll draw the sheets, infinite sheets, but okay, and they should be parallel to x and y axis. So with the first draw, I will draw this sheet. It is parallel to y axis. Okay, let me draw the bigger sheets only so that it will be very easy to look at the points. The next parallel to x axis. Yes, this is the infinite sheet. Parallel to y axis two sides and parallel to x axis another two sides. Next at z equal to 1, the same thing I will draw the sheets. It should be straight line. Okay, next z equal to -4. One more sheet charge is there. Okay, we'll try to look at the charges. At z equal to -4, at z equal to -4, the surface charge density they are given, that is rho s, let me call it as rho s1, rho s1 first sheet, or else I'll start from here. This is third sheet, rho s3 third sheet, z equal to -4, it is 3 nanocoulomb per meter square, 3 nanocoulomb per meter square. At z equal to 1, let me call this a second sheet, rho s2, and it is equal to 6 nanocoulomb per meter square, 6 nanocoulomb per meter square at z equal to 1. Next, at z equal to 4, this is the first sheet, let me call it as rho s1, and it is equal to -8 nanocoulomb per meter square. Yes, 3 sheets are located, all the 3 sheet charges. First I'll take part A. Part A, the point A, let me means I will not take PA, just I'll take point A of 2, 5, -5. I'll try to locate this point, A of 2, x is 2, right? Then behind this x is 2, right? The next y is +5 and z is -5. Z is -5 means it has to come below this sheet. Don't take the point above this sheet because z is -4 here, so it has to come below this. Please be careful while taking this point, A of 2, 5, -5. Roughly you can look at this point, but you take care that it is below this sheet, right? Okay. Then what is the total electric field intensity at point A due to sheet charge 1, sheet charge 2 and sheet charge 3? So the electric field intensity due to sheet charge 1, I will call it as E1. Due to this sheet charge, I will call it as E2, and this third sheet E3. So the total part I am solving. So the total electric field intensity at point A due to the 3 sheets is given by E1 plus E2 plus E3. Okay, so we'll do one by one, or else you can do parallel at a time. E is equal to, what is E1? E1 is equal to the first sheet rho s1 divided by 2 epsilon naught into, which is the unit normal vector. See here, the point A is below all the 3 sheets. If I take the field is in the downward direction, means it is in the negative z axis, right? Negative z axis means minus az. If it is in the positive z axis, it is the unit vector is plus az. Since the point is lying below all the 3 sheets, see here, first sheet if I consider, it is below and it is going in negative z axis. If I consider the second sheet, point is below and it is going to in the negative z axis. If I consider the third sheet, once again it is, so it is minus az for all the things. So here it is minus az. Why I am taking minus, you came to know, because it is below. Second sheet rho s2 divided by 2 epsilon naught, once again it is minus az for second sheet also. And third sheet rho s3 divided by 2 epsilon naught into minus az. Yes, okay, take the common things outside. 1 by 2 epsilon naught is common everywhere, and minus az it is, so I will take that also. 1 by 2 epsilon naught is 8.854 into 10 power minus 12 farad per meter, and minus az will write it later. Let me take it out first. Then I will add all the rho s1 plus rho s2 plus rho s3. So add all the rho s1 is how much? Minus 8 nano. Minus 8 nano. Rho s2 is plus 6. See, observe, take care of signature, the sign also, right? Minus 8 nano plus 6 nano. Then third sheet plus 3 nano. Nano means 10 power minus 9. So we'll calculate this. How much you will get? We'll see. Minus 8 plus 6 plus 3. So 1 nano I am getting. 8 minus 8 plus 6 plus 3, 1 nano. So 1 nano divided by 1 nano is there. 1 nano. 10 power minus 9. 10 to the power of minus 9 divided by, I am dividing this denominator 2 into 8.854 exponential minus 12. I hope you are doing parallel with me. Yes, this minus sign should be taken care. This minus, it should be taken care. So I will take it later. So I am getting 56. So this minus I will write first. Minus 56.47. 47 AZ. Yes, can observe the answer. Yes, it is minus 56.5 AZ. It is correct, right? I hope you understood this. We will move to the second problem, part B. I will solve either, see here, I will not solve all the four. Part B and part C are the max. Part D, I will leave it to you people. Part B, let me take it. First, I will try to locate the point. The same diagram, but point is different. B of 4, 2, minus 3. See here, x is plus 4, y is plus 2, and z is minus 3. Means it should come above this sheet. The point should come here. So B of 4, 2, minus 3. Right? It is coming above this sheet and below this first sheet and second sheet. The point B is below the first two sheets and above the third sheet. Right? The location is very important. Right? So if I consider the first sheet, the unit normal vector is in the downward direction. It is going once again in the negative z axis. Similarly for the second sheet. So it is minus az from first sheet, the unit normal vector, minus az from the second sheet. But observe the third sheet. It is above the third sheet, right? So if I consider the field is in the upward direction, it is going towards positive, means plus az, right? Only the sign will change. Everything will remains the same. So sign will change. So instead of this, part B, so I'll write the same thing, same formula is there. This one, see here, this formula I'm going to make use. This is a general formula I have written, so it will be very helpful for me. So E vector is equal to rho S1 by 2 epsilon naught, and this is the first sheet, right? So it is below the first sheet, means minus az only. It is same. Yes, minus az. So second sheet, rho S2 by 2 epsilon naught. Once again it is below the second sheet, so it is minus az for this also. Third one, rho S1, rho S2, rho S3 divided by 2 epsilon naught. Here, earlier case it was minus az, it will become plus az here, plus az. Right? Okay. Now, we simplify it. So I'll substitute. Okay, I'll move to the next slide. E vector is equal to part B. E vector is equal to, okay, I'll take common. Az I can take it out. Rho S1 by 1 by 2 epsilon naught. Az by 2 epsilon naught, I will take it out. Az by 2 epsilon naught. Az by 2 epsilon naught. I am left out with this minus sign. I will write it here only. Minus rho S1. Minus rho S1. Minus rho S1. Then next, minus rho S2. Minus this, observe this one. Minus rho S2. Minus rho S2. The sign is very important here. Then here, observe here, plus Az is there. So plus rho S3. Plus rho S3. Okay, E vector is equal to Az by 2 into 8.854 into 10 power minus 12. Yes, minus rho S1. What is rho S1? Rho S1 is minus 8 nano. Minus plus. So it will become plus 8 nano. Minus into minus, it is plus. Observe rho S2. Rho S2 is 6 nano. Here minus is there, minus 6 nano. Then next, rho S3, you observe, it is 3 nano. It is plus here. Plus, yes, it is plus only 3 nano. Yes, we add this and get the simplified answer. 8 minus 6 plus 3. So it is 5 nano in the numerator. 5 nano, I will divide it directly. 5 nano means 5 exponential minus 9 divided by 2 into, just once again I will do, 5 exponential minus 9, 5 nano divided by 2 into 8.854 exponential minus 12. So we are getting it as 282. 282.235. Sorry, 358. 358 AZ. Just will verify the answer. 282.358. S283 almost, right? 282.3, 283. Yes. Okay, I hope you have understood this. I will take up part C, and part D I will leave it to you people. Part C I will take up. Right. Let me observe the points. Try to locate this point C. So point C, it is x is minus 1. Yes, it will come here somewhere roughly. And y is minus 5. It will go this side, come roughly. And z is plus 2. Plus 2 means above this one sheet. It will come here. Means z equal to 1 sheet is here. Z equal to 2 means it will come here. C of minus 1, comma minus 5, comma 2. Okay. Just observe here. From first sheet, the point C is below. For second sheet and third sheet, the point is above. Means for the first sheet, the unit normal vector is in the negative z axis minus az. For the second and third sheet, it is plus az. Right? The sign will reverse. So part C, C of the point is minus 1, minus 5, 2. Minus 1, minus 5, 2. Okay. Then I will write the formula. E vector is equal to observe here. The same thing I will write. E vector is equal to this. Observe this formula. Part B. Rho s1 by 2 epsilon naught. Rho s1 by 2 epsilon naught. Whether it is plus az or minus az, because this point C is below means it is minus az. Minus az. Plus rho s2 by 2 epsilon naught. It is above the second sheet means plus az. Then it is above the third sheet also. Rho s3 divided by 2 epsilon naught into az. So take common, that is take az by 2 epsilon naught common. So what I am left out with, minus rho s1 plus rho s plus rho s3. So az by 2 epsilon naught is 8.854 into 10 power minus 12. So minus rho s1. Rho s1 is how much? It is minus 8 nano. Minus into minus, it will become plus. So 8 nano. Then sorry, rho s2, this one. Rho s2 is how much? Rho s2 is 6 nano. It is plus only, plus 6 nano. Plus rho s3, it is 3 nano. 3 nano. So add and divide. So 8 plus 6 plus 3. It is 17 nano. 8 plus 6 plus 3. It is 17 nano. So 17 exponential minus 9 nano divided by 2 into 8.854 exponential minus 12. So it is 960 I am getting. E vector is equal to 960 az. Let me verify this part C. 961, right? Based on the fractions, so it will vary, plus or minus 1, no problem, right? 960 point. I am getting 960.018, right? Okay. Part D, I will leave it to you people. You do it. Okay. Still 10 more minutes are left out, so I will wind up the class here. If any doubts, you can ask me. I will stop recording.